So today we're going to be talking about sequences of transformations. So what is this? This is when two or more transformations are combined to form a new transformation. So pretty straightforward. So now looking at these directions, we're going to graph and label each of our figures and the image under the sequence of transformations and then give all the coordinates. So we're skipping down to number 2. So as usual, you always start by just plotting the original points. So let's do that first. So G is at -1, 6. So we're going to go to the left 1 and then up 6. There we go. And then H is at -1, 3. So we're going to go to the left 1 and then up 3. And then I is going to be at -6, 6. So left 6 and then up 6. That was a mistake. That wasn't supposed to go there. So we're going to get a triangle. Right. So that's my blue. I'm going to try and color coordinate everything, because now I need to do the first translation, and I'm going to do this one in pink. So essentially what you do is you plot your original points, and then you do each transformation in order. So first we need to do A. So over here I'm going to have G prime, H prime, and I prime, because down here these are going to be double prime. In fact, I'll do those in green. These are going to be double prime, but we'll come back to those later. So we need to do our translation. So if we're translating along the vector, I'm going to be adding 7 to every single x value. So let's do all the x's. So we're going to have -1 plus 7, that's going to be 6. And then -1 plus 7 is also going to be 6. And then -6 plus 7 is just going to be 1. So there's all my x values. So now for my y values, I'm going to be subtracting 5. So 6 minus 5 is just going to be 1. And then 3 minus 5 is going to be -2. And then 6 minus 5 is going to be 1. So this is going to be transformation A. So go ahead and plot these. So G prime is going to be at 6, 1. So we're going to the right 6 and up 1. And then H is at 6, -2. So we're going to go to the right 6 and then down 2. And then I is at 1, 1. So to the right 1 and up 1. So this is my second shape. So let me do this. This was the first shape. This is the second shape. So now we're going to make the third one. So now I'm going to do this one in green. Now we need to reflect across the line y equals -3. So let's see. So for y equals -3, that's going to be a horizontal line going this way. That's my line of reflection. And if you recall with reflections, all you have to do is just count the spaces. So from this point here, from H prime, we only need to go one space. So then H double prime is going to be right here. And that's going to be located at the point 6, -4. So make sure you're putting it in the right space. So H double prime is at 6, -4. So now for G prime, I'm actually going to be counting 4 spaces. So go 4 spaces over the line of reflection. And this is going to be G prime, or G double prime, I'm sorry. And that's at 6, -7. And then finally for I prime, I'm going to go 4 spaces again, just over the line of reflection. Just follow these grid lines right here. And then that is going to be located at 1, -7. And there you go. There's my final transformation. So this is my third shape. So we went all the way from here to here. That's what we want. You just do the transformations in order. So now for number 4, once again, you just start by plotting your original points. I'm going to do that in blue. So C is going to be at 2, -1. So we're going to go to the right 2 and then down 1. So that's going to be C. And then D is at 7, 1. So we go to the right 7 and then up 1. So that's going to be D. And then E is at 6, -2. So we go to the right 6, down 2. That's E. And then for F, we go to the right 1 and then down 4. So that's going to be F. And there we go. There's my shape. So that's my first shape. So now we're going to do transformation A, which is a reflection in the line y equals x. So with this one, you want to switch the x and y values. That's what you do if you're reflecting over y equals x. So over here, I'm going to have C prime, D prime, E prime, and F prime. Because if you recall later, the ones down here are going to be double prime. Okay? Alright, so reflection across the line y equals x is not too bad, because you're just switching around the x and the y values. So from C to C prime, I'm just going to have negative 1, 2. You're just switching them around. For D prime, it's going to be 1, 7, because again, you're just switching the numbers around. For E prime, we're going to have negative 2, 6. And then for F prime, we're going to have negative 4, 1. So now we plot our points. So C prime is negative 1, 2, so we're going to go to the left 1 and then up 2. So this is going to be C prime. D prime is at 1, 7, so we go to the right 1 and then up 7. There's D prime. E prime, we go to the left 2 and up 6. Or right here. There we go. And then F prime, we go to the left 4 and then up 1. So here's my second shape. And then finally, we're going to be translating with the rule y or x minus 3, y minus 7. So for each of these x values, the ones that we just found, we're going to be subtracting 3 from every single one of these. So negative 1 minus 3 is going to be negative 4. So let's just go ahead and do all the x values first. So now 1 minus 3 is going to be negative 2. Negative 2 minus 3 is going to be negative 5. And then negative 4 minus 3 is going to be negative 7. So now for each of my y values, we're going to be subtracting 7 from every single one of these y values, the ones we just found. So 2 minus 7, that's going to be negative 5. 7 minus 7 is going to be 0. 6 minus 7 will be negative 1. And then 1 minus 7 is negative 6. So now we need to plot these. So for C prime, I'm negative 4, negative 5. So we're going to go to the left 4 and then down 5. So right here. So that is going to be C double prime. I meant to say double prime. So now for D double prime, we're just going to go to the left 2, and that's it. It's not going up or down because it has that 0. So that's going to be D double prime. For E double prime, we go to the left 5 and then down 1. So that's going to be E double prime. And then for F prime, we go to the left 7 and then down 6. So that is going to be F double prime. And we connect the dots. And, oh, I messed up. It's up here. There we go. And there you go. There's my third shape. So from here, all the way to here. And finally, let's look at number 5. So, like every single transformation, you start by plotting your original points. So L is going to be at 0, 3. So we're not going to be going left or right, but we're just going to go up 3. So right there, that's going to be L. M is going to be at 3, 4, so we're going to go to the right 3 and then up 4. And then for N, we're going to go to the right 1 and then up 2. So this is my N. So here is my first shape. Oh, forgot to put N. There we go. Alright, so now for my first transformation, part A, we're going to go 180 degrees around the origin, a rotation. So the rule for this is you're going to have negative x, negative y. So essentially you're just changing the sign for every single x and y value. They're not changing positions, you're just changing the sign. That's what the negative means. So if it's positive, it becomes negative. If it's negative, it becomes positive. So over here we're going to have L prime, M prime, and N prime. Because recall, the ones down here are just going to be double prime, but we'll come back to those later. So let's go ahead and find the pink shape. So for L to L prime, all we're doing is just changing the sign. So this is going to be 0, -3. For M to M prime, we're now going to have -3, -4, because you're just changing the sign. And then from N to N prime, you're going to have -1, -2. So let's plot it. So at L prime, we have 0, -3. So we're just going to go down 3 on the y-axis. So that's going to be L prime. For M prime, we go to the left 3 and then down 4. So that's going to be M prime. And then N prime is to the left 1 and then down 2. So right there is going to be N prime. So there is my second shape. And then finally, we're going to be doing a dilation with a scale factor of 2, and we're going to use the origin as the center. So now, I'm just going to multiply 2 to every single x and y value, the ones that we just found in pink. So, multiply 2 to every single x value. So 0 times 2, that's easy, it's just going to be 0. -3 times 2 is just going to be -6. -1 times 2 is just going to be -2. -3 times 2 is going to be -6. -4 times 2 is going to be -8. And -2 times 2 is -4. So now we have our points. Let's put them on the grid. So for L double prime, it's 0, -6. So we're just going to go down 6. So that is going to be L double prime. M double prime is going to be going to the left 6 and then down 8, so all the way at the bottom. And then for N double prime, we're going to the left 2 and then down 4. So this is going to be N double prime. And there we go. There's our new shape. We went from here all the way to here. And that's how you do sequences of transformations.